Does anybody know who Pluto was in Greek mythology? What his name was? No. His name was Hades. He was god of the underworld. So he doesn't like to be seen. And when he went into battle, he had a particular weapon that made him almost invincible. It was the helmet of invisibility. So the scientists put Pluto exactly where he wants to be. He wants to be invisible. Now, Pluto went into the sign Capricorn, and that just happened last fall, September, October. And in the United States chart, this is the planet Venus. Venus represents what we love and value. So what is the American dream?
To be rich?
To have a home. To be rich.
Yeah.
The dream has changed. Huh? Okay. To have a home and family.
Okay.
The United States is a Cancer country. Cancer rules home and family, home and family, home and family. Mm-hmm. Pluto opposed Venus in the fall. What fell apart? The mortgage crisis. So Pluto is destroying a bureaucracy or a value that no longer works. And that's what Pluto is supposed to do. Now, until all of this gets worked out, there'll be, a lot of frictions. It's not over yet. Plenty of time going. In fact, Pluto will probably be in opposition to Venus 2 or 3 times. So we'll see more complications, not necessarily depression or things of that nature, but we will see more complications with housing and mortgages and things of that nature. So you can time these out with astrology.
Can you see the future with this?
Yes. You can see the energy. I couldn't say, well, sometimes you get right on, but there's many possibilities.
Well, there's this big thing about 2012.
Yes.
What's your take on that?
Okay. That is based on the idea of the Mayan calendar, which is supposedly ending. I've heard many different things from Mayan priests that say, no, that's not what's going on. However, what is going on is something similar to what happened when the Great Depression hit. And that is, you're going to have the Saturn-Uranus opposition, and you're going to have Pluto in the middle of that, forming a T-square. Sorry about the technology, the technical term there. But this brings a lot of energy to bear. And this means there will be changes. It's according to how we go about dealing with the changes. If we feel like we can't change, we're too afraid to change, then we will get crushed. And
interpreting this properly is important as well, isn't it?
Well, it gives you a timing element as to what kind of energy is coming where. Then the art is in the interpretation.
Okay, well, we can go on length on this. I could see you could go all day on this. So I want to take some more readings. Who else wanted? Okay. He has a question for you.
So what you're saying is, are we predestined, or do we control our fate?
Oh, wow. Geez, you got about 10 hours? There's many different belief systems. For instance, I did my master's thesis in Buddhism. So in Buddhism, they would say, you're predestined. But actually in Christianity, Jesus taught, as you sow, so you shall reap. Absolutely. Now, if that doesn't sound like predestined, I don't know what does. So in different philosophies, there are different answers to that question. My sense of this is the predestination part is that an energy will come at you. The free will part is how you will handle that energy, how you will take what comes at you and how you will deal with it. Will you deal with it in a creative fashion, or will you use that energy in a destructive fashion? I think that's where the free will. But I think the energy will come.
So what's going to happen is going to happen, but it's where you take it and how you deal with it, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Anybody else?
Oh, you like that, huh? Woo-hoo!
Stand up. What's your name? Oh, I'm sorry.
Esther.
Esther.
Hello, Esther.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. How about yourself?
Fine.
Is that all?
Supposed to say, what is she supposed to say?
Yes. Or at least wonderful.
Okay, both wonderful too.
Okay, now now you want a reading?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you didn't say that.
Oh,
Let's get clear. All right, now say your name again so I can hear you.
Esther.
Okay, Esther, as I touch into your vibration, I actually, this is very funny. I don't know if you danced when you were a little girl, but I'm seeing little girls dancing around and about you. So if this is not you, this might have to do with something around you now, okay? But they're children. There's definitely children here with you. I feel that this message is being brought to you to bring you joy, because there's nothing like children to bring joy. They also bring frustration at times. And when I was a kid, they also got hit. Now they can't do that. I'd like to grow up now. You know, it's a little bit easier. Less bruises. My sense with this is that there is actually a row of girls dancing. And I would like to suggest to you that you go as best as you can into your heritage and see what repeats in your family. And look at that and take knowledge and take wisdom from that, because it's from the children that you will gain wisdom. I'll leave that with you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we'll take another one. Stand on up.
Hi.
Hi,
And who are you?
I'm Karen.
And Karen, how are you tonight?
Fabulous.
She's
Fabulous.
See, she knows.
I don't know where the word, I usually use wonderful, but fabulous will do great. You know, what the
They're
heck.
quick learners.
They
Tom.
are, yes. I see a man who comes in here, and he didn't have the all the nice amenities that we have. He had to live a much harder life, so I'm going to go back at least 2 generations with him. He lived probably on the earth, because what I'm seeing him doing is trying to get a fire started, and he's having a hard time doing it. He's going like this with one of those, I forget what they call the things that you...
Those fans, those clapper things that...
Well, no, it blows air into the fire to make the fire... Oh, yeah, you see? Then we have someone who has knowledge here. As I look at this, my sense with this is that this person might have gone into spirit actually with lung problems, with breathing problems. That's why the air is being shown to me. My sense is that you need someone to light a fire under you, to get you to do some things that you've been thinking of doing. And this guy in spirit is trying to do that. So if you feel someone sort of giving you a little kick in the pants, it's whoever this is, and I believe it's on the father's side, and I would have to go at least a grandfather or a great-grandfather with this information. And again, it's somebody who I feel real earthy with, so it might have been a farmer or someone who lived very, very close to the earth. I'll leave that with you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, I had a message for the Jets guy.
You have a message?
Yeah.
For the Jets guy.
Yeah,
okay.
because when I was talking to him, before about the New York Jets, he didn't have enough faith.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's good. You would talk when we were talking outside. You were talking about baseball.
I was.
Yeah, you said you had played baseball. You had traveled around New Jersey and.
Yeah.
Okay. What they're bringing to me is a softball for you now. Okay. So, and it's very interesting because I played a lot of softball. I really liked the game. I think I liked it better than baseball, actually. But what I'm seeing you pitching. And I'm seeing you put a backspin on the ball. So I'm going to say this, and this is sort of a compliment, but you might think about it and say, well, maybe that wasn't a compliment. Slow is actually better for you. But put a spin, your own spin, on whatever you do. So I actually feel that you could be a very good salesman as long as you didn't get pushed. If you get pushed, it ain't going to work. You have to do it at your own speed. I'll leave that with you.
Thank you, Tom. Last thing I wanted to mention before we go. The last thing, natural-born psychic.
Right.
Tell us about that very quickly.
Okay, there's a lot of people that advertise, and I also I've grown up in the advertising and TV business, and they use all sorts of terms.
Yes.
And one of them is natural-born psychic, and it just fries me a little bit because what if they weren't naturally born? What does that mean?
We're all naturally born,
We're
right?
all naturally born. And if you believe you have a soul, the word psychic means of the soul. So if you're a psychic and you were naturally born, you're a naturally born psychic. It means nothing.
So we all have this ability.
We all have this ability.
We're all psychics here.
See that?
We just have to tap into it, right?
See? Like
Give
anything
Tom
else,
Kearns a hand. Thank you very much,
practice.
Tom. We'll be right back with a great psychic, some giveaways. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back.